Hey Capricorn, welcome to your first reading for the month of March. I hope this finds you well. Bringing you a general reading for the collective of Capricorn, Sun, and Rising. So just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. If nothing really resonates, you can always watch the reading that aligns with your rising sign if you're here as the Capricorn Sun, or vice versa. Or you can be a cross watcher. Sometimes messages come through the Sun or Rising readings for our divine counterpart. So those are my recommendations. Also, the readings are not date or time specific unless I, mention it. We are coming up on the new moon in Pisces at the time that I'm recording this. So start working on those intentions, and there will be a special reading for that. The only other announcement I have, Cap, is I've been sort of teasing out the launching of channel memberships. That's something that I'm bringing to you as an added feature, but I kind of wanted to do it by March 1st, and then I thought better, since I have been struggling through the Mercury retrograde, even the post-shadow phase. So it should launch the 13th or 14th. I'm thinking the 14th, so keep an eye out for that. 2 levels. The 1 level, as I was promising, we'll have those morning musings back. But I've expanded that to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. These larger spreads are a more deep dive, narrow focus for Sun and Rising. Those smaller spreads will sort of cast a wider net. So that should be something fun for you, as well as the solar return extendeds and the new moon and the full moon extendeds. Those will be in that platform as well in the membership. So the actual solar return birthday readings will be here on YouTube, as will the new moon and full moon, but the extendeds will also be available in the membership. The second level is everything I just mentioned, plus a minimum of 1 masterclass per month. So many of you have been saying, I want to learn from you. I want to, teach some classes for us, Laura. So that's what I'm bringing in that second tier, minimum of 1 masterclass per month. I'm saying a minimum because I don't want to, over-promise and under-deliver. I'd rather have it be the other way. So those master classes will be on all things tarot, twin flame, north-south node, new moon, full moon, all kinds of topics. And I will certainly poll the membership once it gets up and running to see what else you'd like to learn from me. And as I said, keep an eye open for the special video launching the memberships. Okay, that's it. Here, pulling 2 cards from Spirit Animal Oracle, 1 for Divine Masculine, 1 for Divine Feminine. Interesting. Remember, you can always flip the energies around. So if I get through the whole reading and you're like, well, I really resonate with the side that she's calling masculine, but I'm the feminine, that's okay. It is for the collective. Sometimes it just comes out reversed. So the Divine Masculine gets card number 1, Ant Spirit, Time to Collaborate. This card always makes me think of the 3 of Pentacles, right? Where you're kind of needing collaboration, you're needing that teamwork, co-creative energy to bring something into being, or to create that foundation, to build something. And that little ant card reminds me of that. Feminine gets card 24, Electric Eel Spirit, Bring Your Ideas to Life. Electric Eel Spirit. So that would be speaking to a feminine here, that, Capricorn, if you're here as the feminine or masculine, I don't know. But if you're the feminine and you are the Capricorn, Sun or Rising, this is about, get out of the planning phase. That is very common for us, we earth signs. I'm a sister earth sign, and I do have Capricorn. I think I have Saturn and Capricorn, so yeah. Do I? No, Saturn and Jupiter. I've got a planet in Capricorn. That's all you need to know. And I know that sometimes we kind of get zoomed in on all the details and getting everything set. And what this card is saying is it's ready to be launched. Whatever it is you've been working on behind the scenes, it's time to launch it, dear feminine. Okay, new little deck. This is the Lover's Oracle. And thank you to those of you who have made lovely little donations to the channel. This is how I use it. They are an odd shape. I mean, they're shaped as a heart, but they're kind of big, so it's hard for me to shuffle. I'm going to do one like this. This is for the Capricorns watching. If you are a Capricorn, Sun or Rising, this little card will be for you. Let me see if I can do like a normal people shuffle. I'm not sure, but I'm going to give it a go. Oh, that came out backwards, so redo. There we go. I'm just trying to get used to it. I literally just was playing with it last night, so I should have practiced a little bit more. It's a cute deck, though. It's got lovely messages. Okay, so Capricorn, Sun or Rising, this is for you. I like it. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. There's what it says. So that kind of feels very much like the bring your ideas to life. There's a new beginning, something, a new adventure maybe. Embrace it, live your dreams passionately. So that's a very lovely message. I'm going to need to practice my odd-shaped card shuffle. All right, let's look at your connection here, Capricorn. What is going on with you? Capricorn, Sun and Rising. Twin Flame soulmate messages coming through for Capricorn, Sun and Rising. So the masculine shows up in the reading in the energy of the Hierophant, and the feminine here, energy of or around the King of Cups. So King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but this is really a card of emotional availability and even vulnerability. The King of Cups also often struggles to communicate their feelings, so that's why you see him there kind of on that ice block floating out in the middle of the water, because it's like a man on an island, not able to, I'm saying man because it's a king, not really able to find the words to express one's feelings, but they're there. Like scratch and you'll feel it. The masculine here, Hierophant, Taurus energy of the Hierophant is all about our beliefs. It's about commitment, who we are when we are being most true to ourselves, and that little, the pledge we make to our higher self, as well as to the commitments in our lives that we honor. It's all around commitment, actually, here in 3D. So this can be a marriage card as well. Can be a spiritual awakening card, so we shall see. Let me just pull the rest of the cards. Three of Swords in the past. Chariot right now, and Eight of Swords in the future. So as this masculine tries to move forward in this connection, there will be a moment here in the future where they may second guess themselves, or feel maybe a bit stuck or trapped on some level. 10 of Wands, that came out in your morning reading twice. King of Swords, King of Cups, and the Lovers. Wow. So, feminine may have a choice, right? In the future, the Lovers card of choice, Gemini energy there, but we've got two kings. So what I need to determine is if they are the same person with just different energy, or, two different people that this feminine will need to choose between. Okay, so let's look at the Hierophant. Here we go. That flew out. Yes. Wow. Commitment to the Two of Cups, the soulmate. Soulmate's card. Some necessary healing. And that, taking action, but slowly and methodically. Underneath, as I feel, because it's underneath, for those who are new, welcome. That's really in the psyche of the person, or what's going on behind the scenes. I feel like they want to move forward, but at this moment, they're focused on their healing and creating a plan. They want to be deliberate and methodical, not at all in a hurry, not at all impulsive. We've got the Hierophant and the Knight of Pentacles. That's some seriously grounded energy there in the past. Three of Swords. So, and I'm seeing with the feminine here in the past as well, is the Ten of Wands, which is, a very burdensome cycle coming to an end. Whatever that may have been about, may have left this masculine feeling very wounded, heartbroken, or heart heavy. Yes, little message of love or apology. And the leap of faith. The Fool kind of to me seems, yes, I will definitely take this, clearing of the air underneath. So I feel as if in the past, whatever it is that caused this masculine heart heaviness or heartbreak, we've got this message of love or apology and then that leap of faith. So I feel as if the message had come through, they would have taken this leap of faith, but underneath, I'm not sure the message came in. Because underneath we have the Knight of Swords, which is clearing the air. So I feel as if this masculine was looking for a message of love or apology, was wanting to, stay positive and optimistic, and that sense of adventure, or to kind of take a leap of faith in and move forward. I'm saying forward because of the Chariot, but here underneath there was a need to clear the air, and I'm not sure that took place. Could have. But I see a feminine who was like, yeah, I'm offloading all of this negative karma, heavy burden. Right now we have the Chariot, Cancerian energy, masculine's present experience. This is the past, this is the present in this connection. Chariot, let's see what the Chariot wants to do. Whoa. Sorry. So, we've got the Hermit on top of that. So, feels like a solitary journey, deep reflection, inner thought, Two of Swords. Yes, that makes sense. I'm kind of feeling... with this masculine, there's this desire to come through this whole experience victoriously. They want to move forward, but they're moving forward on their own. Really doing a deep dive, that inner search. Both of these cards are interfacing. The Two of Swords is like that coming to a crossroads where you have to really find the clarity, the truth, and the meaning and the purpose of the decision that you have to make and how you're going to go about making it. That's the Two of Swords. And the way that they're dealing with it is they're just moving on by themselves here. So for now, it feels like while the present experience in this connection feels more solitary and inward facing, what they want is to move forward with the soulmate, but that's underneath. So there is some healing taking place here for this masculine. Obviously that Three of Swords is something that broke their heart or left them feeling very heart heavy. And then in the future, they're going to kind of overthink the whole thing, not knowing their next best step. Here's a hint. The next best step is into the puddle. And in tarot, water represents our feelings and our emotions. And we do have this King of Cups who, as I said, struggles to communicate their feelings. They feel them. They just don't want to, they don't know how to broach the topic. So there may be some overthinking here in the future for this masculine because they're trying to avoid all the feels, right? Well, if I can think my way out of this, it's like, no. The Capricorn, that's your card there, Cap. And the Ace of Cups. Wow. Yes, that's it. Five of Cups underneath. Regrets of the past, mistakes of the past, all the reflection looking backward of what was lost, right? The heartache, the upset, the grief, the sense of something's been lost that you can't get back. But look what's right behind this figure. The Two of Cups. So on some level, I feel that while this is underneath, that's going to be part of the problem here, is because underneath, this masculine's trying to think their way through. But the truth is, if you're looking backwards, if you're stuck in the sorrow, in the sadness, in the regrets, in the grief, in the mistakes of the past, you can't move forward. You will feel trapped. And this does feel like very Capricornian energy coming through. And what's it going to keep you from is exploring this Ace of Cups, this once in a lifetime, the love of your life kind of energy. That Capricorn, the devil here feels like maybe old patterns resurfacing, not being able to get out of your head about the toxic nature of something that went on, or karmic energy that kind of played itself out maybe over and over again. And really kind of came in, interfered with the purity of this card. So I feel like that's what this masculine may experience going forward, because they're too focused on the past. So now we've got the feminine. Who's this King of Cups? What says the King of Cups? Wow. All the kings showing up here. I will take this little baby step underneath. Maybe a fresh start. This feminine, we've got the star in between two kings. Now we have three kings in the mix over here. So this feminine is definitely focused on something very highly evolved. Even though we've got this little page that just comes out, that sometimes that page represents like a fresh start of the element. So in Pentacles, it's right here in 3D. It's something tangible. Yeah, practical even, but it represents maybe the first step or a new step forward in this connection. And I feel as if this feminine is holding out hope that this person that this feminine is so highly attracted to, King of Wands, think King of Wands, passion, right? Chemistry, will become emotionally available. That would be a fresh start. That would be what this feminine is kind of hoping for, and underneath aware that it may need to kind of, get their sea legs. It may represent a fresh new beginning. I know it's not the Ace of Pentacles. That's okay. The page is sort of in a connection that's already in existence, which for many of you, that's what this is. It would represent kind of going back to basics. Fresh start makes sense to me, especially because we're looking at a 10 of Wands. In the past, this feminine sort of offloaded some negative karma, something that was burdensome, weighing heavily on their shoulders. Too much to bear. You got that right. So you know what that is. I mean, it's very clearly coming through twice. Yes, underneath I will take the endings and new beginnings, right? So we close out this cycle and we manifest the new. So I feel as if this feminine on some level kind of offloaded everything at once. It was too much to bear, too much to carry. And possibly even draining. I'm feeling the drained energy of that 10 of Wands coming out twice, being clarified by the 10 of Wands. And that draining kind of weighed down the feminine to such a degree that once the feminine released it, it was like an overwhelming sense of freedom and liberation in this World card, and coming full circle and getting to close out a cycle that weighed very heavily, and knowing they had all the tools that they need available to them to manifest the new beginning. So that feels good. I get it. It makes sense, but I feel it came at the cost of this masculine's heart. There's heartache there. King of Swords right now, present experience in this connection, it might feel chilly to the feminine. Ooh, Page of Wands, Justice, interesting. And the Queen of Wands, I'm sorry. I'm waiting for that king to come out though. That's what I'm waiting. Oh, we've got him here. So now we have a King and Queen of Wands. There, let me clear that up. So the Queen of Wands underneath. Could be a karmic partner, and that could be associated with the Devil and the Three of Swords as well. But here's what I'm seeing. Another page comes into the mix, sort of warming up the cool energy of that King of Swords. King of Swords, think air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have the Libra Justice card here. The King of Swords is not always very warm and fuzzy. They can be cool, they can be distant and aloof. They're much more in their head. So I am feeling it coming from this masculine at this moment. For this feminine, this masculine may be a little cool and aloof. It's important to understand that the King of Swords is a strategist. So there's strategy involved here. And that's why they're not really fully emotionally available. Do you see how all the kings can actually be one person? So I'm feeling as if this feminine's waiting just to see if there's still a spark. Some message comes through from this King of Swords that sort of warms and reignites the spark a little bit. And that brings in a sense of balance or fairness. The Justice card is all about balance and fairness, but it's also legal situations. So there may be a legal issue in the mix. If that's the case, that's keeping this masculine sort of keeping to himself. Saying him, I shouldn't, it's a king, it doesn't have to be a male. But keeping to themselves as this, whatever this legal situation might be, plays itself out. That could be part of it. But underneath is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, to me, in this little portion of the reading, being that it's underneath, is the feminine is aware here of the attraction, of the chemistry, of the connection, and kind of almost manifesting. I'm seeing that little black cat as more of a part of the mystical, magical, manifesting side of the Queen of Wands. And here we go. Lovers in the future. That is a card of choice. It's Gemini, but it's a card of choice. Reunion. Do we reunite or not? So I feel that this masculine is going to return kind of sort of with bells on, lots of passion. King and Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. I feel right now there's a hope here on the part of this feminine that, who's wanting the emotional availability, but is being met with something cool and distant and aloof. Here in the future, the choice, if this person returns, do we reunite? Do we work together to, this is about creative solutions to a problem, right? Time to collaborate, kind of that energy of putting your heads together, focusing on one issue. What is the big problem? What is the major situation that needs your sustained effort, attention, focused energy to resolve? And underneath, we've got the Four of Cups. So I'm feeling the Four of Cups. In the future is this feminine sort of like almost, resisting the emotional connection. Am I really receiving an ace here, or am I dealing with this, unfulfilling 3 cups over here? So there's kind of a potential for a missed opportunity, but it is underneath, which means that on some level, this feminine is prepared. It's prepared to reject the offer. The Knight of Wands may come back. There may be some trying to work through it, and the feminine sort of, keeping at a distance on an emotional level, just enough to be sure that they understand fully what is able to be resolved. All right, Capricorn, if this is speaking to you, the link to the extended is below in the description box. I think it's the second sentence. I will see you there. For those who are new, what I will be doing in that extended is taking all this energy here and then pulling it into focus in more sharp relief for you. What issue, situation, or energy needs most of your attention right now? What is the block or challenge around that? What can you do about that block or challenge, or what can you expect to come of it? I will clarify all those cards. Then I'll pull cards for your messages to and from each other. What are these two divine counterparts trying to communicate at 5D? One card for you, Capricorn, from your higher self, Spirit of the Universe. We will let your spiritual team weigh in on everything and maybe offer advice. Sometimes it's a pep talk, sometimes it's a warning, right? Something to be on the lookout for. And then the last card up is what you can expect going forward, what might come on the path in this connection going forward, and in what time frame. So if timing's a factor, that's where it would show up. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been a lovely reading, and I look forward to seeing you in a few seconds at the extended or in a future reading. Take care, Cap. Bye.